So, good day, everyone. How you have been doing? It's quite been long. I'm actually did a video. So this week I'll be making a video concerning this week on how I've been trading so far here. So this is first of all, I explained on directional bias concerning the video I made earlier on directional bias. I said whenever I'm making a whenever I'm trying to know direction of my market, I go to the higher time frame to look at what the highs and what the lows. So now looking at this high from here, looking at the lows and down, and this is giving me what telling me what market is actually what's bullish on a monthly time frame. Remember, if I'm not seeing the highs on monthly time frame, I can as well go to like the 3 hours time frame and wherever I could actually what see the highs and the low. Good. So let's continue. So now this is my daily time frame, right? And this is my daily time frame from the previous breakout that price did before price started buying from for a long time right now. Yeah, this was the initial this was the initial high price did. Then price broke past this high over here. The price went up and came down to tap on what the breakout block on what the daily time frame, breakout block and body on what the daily time frame. So now let's continue. Then price range for long. Then eventually it broke past the high. Then price started buying for as long as we know till now. Yeah. So now this is now what on a 4 hours time frame now. So on this 4 hours time frame, the price has been doing what creating what a break of structure to the upside, a break of structure to the upside, then what same thing, a break of structure was to the upside. Price has kept on what breaking structure to the upside, structures to what to the upside. Good. So now, so price has been what breaking structure what to the upside over here. So now let's continue. So now looking at it over here, this is what a breaker block as you can see here on our 4 hours time frame. This is the breaker block. Then what has price been doing? Price has what continuously what buying to the upside, breaking what creating what new highs, breaking structure, creating what the new highs. Good. So this is what price has been doing for so long. So now this is what a breaker block over here as you can see. Good. So now let's continue. So now on this 4 hours time frame now, what the price did? Price was started was selling from this high, creating what equal highs over here. We all know that equal highs are what liquidities. Good. So now price created liquidity over here, then price started selling down. So now let me use parts to what illustrate. So this is it now. Price creating what high, low, another was high. Then price broke down over here as you can see. Low over here. Then what the price did? Price was came up, sorry, over here, creating was high. Then suddenly what the price will create under what? Low over here now. Let's stop here now. Good. So now as we can see now, we are seeing that there is what a space over here now from here to what this place as you can see. There is a space over there, which means that what price did not what tap into that what space. And we all know that what whenever we're trading, what market does is what market tries to come back to what filling in particular space. In ICT call it what fair value gap. Good. But me, I don't need to trade fair value gap, but it's not as if I don't know about it. I know about all of that. But let's continue. So now, first of all, we already know that what this is what this is what an unfilled what space that what market is supposed to come in and what fill it and what start what going to whichever direction it wants to what go. So now let's continue. This is it. So now price now started selling back here over here. Then what the price do? Price cleared out what? This low. Price cleared out this low over here as you can see. Okay. This low over here now. Because of what? Price that was buying, price came down, price did not mitigate this breaker block to continue buying. Then now creating what liquidity as we can see over here. Then what the price did? Price came on this breaker block, tapped on the breaker block, started what? Buying to the upside. So now let me explain something before we continue. We all know that what whenever you have what an order block and a breaker block. Let me show you an order, yeah. So this is it now. I do use two broker on gold because they're actually different. If you can see, look at it here now. So I do use the two brokers on gold to analyze whenever I want to. So let's continue. So this is the 4 hours time frame over here, as you can see. And price tapped on this breaker block. Good. So we all know that whenever price taps on what the breaker block over here, the next place price is supposed to come and tap, if possible, is what the other block over here, as we can see. This other block is what? Look at it. The other block is what? Is showing very clear. This is it. Afterwards, a breaker block, there is what? Another block over here. Good. So now let's continue over here. So whenever price creates what a breaker block and what another block over here, we expect what after price using the breaker block, the next place price is supposed to come to is what the other block. So now this is what I'm saying. Let me illustrate. So this is what I'm saying. After price tapped on this breaker block and price goes up over here, price is supposed to use this other block to what continue what the direction it's going. Good. So now let me break down this whole entries you all are seeing over here. So now let's continue. Let me break it down. So remember this 4 hours time frame. So now we'll have to go down to what the lower time frames. Yeah. So now coming down here first of all, remember this is what a break of structure to the downside over here. This is it. A break of structure what to the downside over here, as you can see. So after price creating a break of structure to the downside over here, what else were you saying? You were saying what a pullback over here. So this pullback that you're saying now, yeah. So as you can see, price made what a pullback over here. So now this pullback price pushed over here. We have to see what how I what got an entry over here now. So this is what a 15 minutes time frame. So now let's shrink here. So now when price started when price took out this high, as you can see over here, what all happened? There's a breaker block over here, and there's what another block over here. First of all, whenever you want to what take a trade close to what your liquidity, whenever you spoil your liquidity, first of all, take trade what the POI closest to what your liquidity. And as you can see here, there are two POIs over here. There's a breaker block over here, and there's what another block over here. That doesn't mean that what this other block is not valid. Only what I'm just trying to specify is what take the POI closest to what your liquidity. So now, to me over here, the breaker is what the closest. So I'm taking the breaker over here, as you can see. Then we'll continue. Um, this is 1:10 over here. Then the next thing we have to do is what always remember marking out what this other block because of what price will still come to what use the other block as what your POI to what sell down. Good. So now this is it now. After price creating what liquidity on that what uh, uh price creating liquidity before the breaker. The next thing, whenever you want to use another block for your POI, you now have to turn that breaker to the liquidity base, liquidity spot. So now this breaker block is now the liquidity over here. As you can see, that's why it's been marked out over here. So on the 30 minutes time frame over here, the other block is a valid POI over here because the liquidity is the one closest to your liquidity over here. So now let me show you the other broker because this broker was not giving me a clear view. So this is it. So this is it. This is it over here. So now that's how to take a trade. But now let's continue. Remember, I said price initially on a 4 hours time frame created a liquidity over here using the breaker block to buy. So now what I'm targeting is to remove out this opposite draw on liquidity over here because price has a fair value gap over here, which is my breaker block over here. Price needs to fill it in. And remember, I said there's a space over here in this particular direction over here, as you can see, which price needs to fill in. But let's continue. Let me break it down more. So now this is how I analyze the chart over here. So now looking at it, this was the last low price created over here. This low you're seeing over here was the last low price created over here. So now what is the 10? The 10 now is this new high you're seeing here now. I mark it out as my break of structure to the upside. And I need another confirmation again. So this is another a break of structure to the upside again. So now I will have to do go to my 45 minutes time frame because I'm a multi-time frame trader. So on 45 minutes time frame now, it shows that there's another block over here that price has not be mitigated over here, as you can see. Good. So first of all, I mark out this because all this one you're seeing here are on lower time frames. Let me show you properly. All of these are on lower time frames. So now this is it. Marking out those MSS you're seeing here and the break of structure. So after getting your market structure shift, the first valid pullback is your liquidity. Then after that, you look for your break of structure, which is equalized to be double break of structure. So now let's continue. So now after marking out this liquidity spot over here, then on 45 minutes time frame, it's showing that this other block is the valid POI because whenever you spoil your liquidity, the POI closest to your liquidity is another block over here. So now let's continue. Over here, this is it. So first of all, I mark out this high over here, as you can see. This is the first high over here. Good. So now marking out this high, my TP is 1:10 over here. But it's supposed to get to this high, good, which is 1:11. But I left it out there because of 1:10 is not a bad entry. Yeah. So let's continue. So now inside of this over here, let me go to 15 minutes time frame. Let me explain. So now this is it. On 15 minutes time frame over here, as you can see, this is just a short trade over here because what do I see over here? I saw price selling down over here, creating a break of structure to the downside over here now. Good. And there's price needs to fill in this particular space over here. Price created another block over here. I believe anything price is creating inside of this over here are liquidities. So that's why I target here, as you can see. So let's go to 5 minutes time frame to explain about this one. Yeah, this is the 5 minutes time frame now. This is the 5 minutes time frame. So now on this 5 minutes time frame over here, you're seeing price creating a liquidity over here. This is a clear order block, as you can see over here. Then what happen? Price use it to sell down over here. Remember, the liquidity spot is already visible over here for you to notice. Good. So now after that price comes in, that's why you see a lot of people do what? They sell trade and buy back that trade and move what on its current what direction over here. So price what tapped on what the 45 minutes breaker over here and continue what buying to the top. So now let me break down this one for you over here. This is 3 minutes time frame, I guess. Let me check. Can you see the way like I do go down to lower time frames to what look for entry? Oh, it's not gone now. Let me just do entry minutes time frame. Good. So now this is it now the 3 minutes time frame. What the price? The price took out this high you're seeing here. Let me mark it out. Price took out this high you're seeing here over here. So immediately price took out this high you're seeing here. What next did price did? Price did what? Price pull back to what? Use the breaker block over here to what? Start buying. So this one we call it what? Immediate return over here. So after getting in with immediate return to the breaker, and I'm placing my stop below the previous low over here, as you can see. Then the next thing is was to target was the overall previous high I initially marked out over here, as you can see. This is it over here. So on 15 minutes time frame shoot. So targeting was the initial highs over here, as you can see. Yeah. So now let's continue on how what I got this second entry. This sorry, this yeah, I think third entry. I don't know. So now let's continue. So this is it right now. This is it over here. What the price did, price broke structure over here, then made a pullback over here. This pullback was over here, tapped on this breaker block weak over here. A lot of people got in to this trade, and to me, I feel the reason why they used this breaker was they were believing price is supposed to use the body over here, but no. To me, I was saying that what the breaker has been what mitigated, and what the other block is what the next POI over here, as you can see. So on the 15 minutes time frame, I marked out this other block over here. So this is a whole liquidity spot spots for me, and I'm targeting what the same high over here. So now what happened? Price was buying, then price got a price failed to take out the high over here. Then price was what price did what price start selling down over here. And then I posted the chart. A lot of people were like, I was holding it. Why didn't I close? But no, because I already know what I'm targeting. I already know what I was doing at that particular point. I already know that what there is no other place again price is supposed to react from if it's not what this other block over here. And if this other block fails me, it shows that what I'm totally was wrong. So on this 15 minutes time frame, you can see there is was another block over here. Initially, I took this trade and what I was stopped out over here. So the reason I was stopped out over here now, I later understand that what price just wanted to come down over here, and I'm seeing what a confirmation entry over here. Price the liquidity and price is what this previous what other block you're seeing here, creating another other block over here to what start what buying over here. So this is what America over here for me. So now let's continue over here. So Unity Price took out the overall high over here. I was asking people. I made a particular tweet. I made a particular statement on Twitter. I said if I should hold it to the top high or maybe stop out over here, and a lot of people were saying hold it. I was just like trying to what listen to what you all have to say. But this was actually where me I got out. I actually was posted it the MT5 chart on my Twitter. So let's continue aside that. Then we continue again on over here. So now remember And this I think is on the daily time frame. Yeah. So on a daily time frame over here, this is what another block over here. This is another block over here. And there's something you have to understand about an other block. If the other block body is bigger than the weak, use the weak, and if the weak is bigger than the body, use the body. So let's continue. So over here, as you can see, the weak was the smaller. So using the weak to sub. But me particularly, I did not actually what get into this trade. So this was actually what the trade over here. So now once price starts selling from this other block over here, and eventually price clears out the low, to me now this yeah, clears out the low over here. Can you see the way I do switch up on my you see the way I do switch up on the broker, because this is how I do check it out. So eventually price will take out this low. For example, price takes it out. I'm looking out from this what other block over here, because this is the other block after what the breaker block over here. So I can still be wrong, but at the same time I'm just trying to what trade on what I actually what know. So yes. So after that, then my next target, I'm not looking out for any sell up here for now. But till then for example, all my targets should just be from this particular spot then to from here, for example, for example, from here and then start targeting above expectations. So this is all me I'm seeing right now. So yes, this is it. This is it. So let me explain more on that immediate return. This is a 15 minutes time frame over here. So this is a breaker block over here. You're seeing price broke past this initial this high you're seeing here. What you're expecting price to do, you're expecting price to tap on this breaker block. And this immediate return breaker block does not require what liquidity. It's just like breaker retest here. So price what taps on the breaker block, then price will start what, buying back to the upside. So this is it, and you got into what the sell zone over here. Turning now this other block over here. You can see this is another block. Other block turns what towards the breaker block over here. So it becomes what's the breaker block? The breaker block is what a failed other block. So this other block is now what failed other block. Now it turns to be a breaker block, and price start respecting it and start selling down over here. So that's it. I'm good. So let me check out BTC. Let me check out BTC. So on BTC over here, I once had another block over here. Price did not tap it over here. But later I got to understand why. So price did not still tap it when price came back over here. But that's not a problem. Let's continue. So this is it over here. Let me go down. This is a 4 hours. Let me go down to 1 hour. Okay. So remember what I said before? I said when other block has one rules. If the weak is bigger than the body, use the body. If the body is bigger than the weak, use the weak. Right now the weak is bigger than the body. Now you're to what? Use the body over here. Good. And this breaker block you're seeing here, this entry you're seeing here, BTC always what comes back to entry over here. So that's the problem for BTC. So it's always coming back to entry. So this is a breaker block N3 over here. So after spotting your breaker block, your other block is the next PO to take your trade. So after breaker block, this is what another block over here. Good. Then targeting the high over here. Boom. And the initial one over here was what? Targeting what? This high over here, as you can see. Then the next one was what? Targeting this high over here. That's what? Trying to be on what? On a realistic what? Zone. That's what? Draw on liquidity over here. So this is it for BTC. I think this is the only thing I've actually been doing so far. I've been focusing more on gold, and gold has been actually the pair I've actually been focusing on for so long now. So yeah, this is it, and this is all I'm expecting right now, and I'm expecting um whenever price takes out this low over here, then eventually price start buying. That should actually be a very long swing trade to the upside. So yeah, that's it, and I think that's all. Yeah, that's all. That's all. Yeah, that's all. That's all. So all you have to do over here is just what? Look for confirmation over here to just what? Follow the trend over here. Look for just confirmation, following the trend. Mm, oh yeah, coming. Look for confirmation over here, following the trend to sell down. Yes. So that's all, and do well to subscribe and get to watch out this video. Then I'm fully back to actually will start creating my weekly analysis on how I was able to take trades on week. You understand? So remember, that's all I just have to do it to actually watch this video to better understand it and share to your loved one as well. So thanks. That's all. Bye.